sakes, I've been scammed. I've never been scammed in my life.
Retro Ghetto.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the Retro Ghetto. So, you see the return of the game hunting jacket, which means two things. Firstly, summer's gone, right? Summer is long gone. It couldn't be any more grey and miserable out here than it is right now. And it of course also means that I am on a game hunt. Now, it's not your normal game hunt. Usually I just go out and see what I can find. Today is very different. I'm not a big advocate of Facebook Marketplace these days. I've been stung too many times. Once upon a time, I drove best part of an hour away for a GameCube bundle, only to be told when I got there that she was no longer selling Paper Mario with the bundle because someone had told her it was worth more money, and of course that was the whole reason for me wanting that deal. So yeah, I've been burned too many times on Facebook Marketplace. However, last night something came on there that was too good for me to ignore. So I messaged the guy and he had a game on there. We'll get into pricing stuff a bit later on. Now this is very much a grail item, a game that I've actually said on the channel before I will never own because of the price of it. It's one of them games that I was never gonna pay, I don't know, the 600 odd pound that it sells for. It was just never gonna happen, right? But this one came up at a ridiculous price. I offered him even less. He said yes, to my surprise. I've been messaging him constantly since because I'm just so worried that he's gonna turn around and say, oh, someone's offered me this or someone's offered me that. I could actually walk it straight to CEX and get more cash for it than what I'm paying for it. Anyway, the guy seems sad. I'm on the way to Nottingham now to go and pick it up. And yeah, hopefully it's what he says it is. It looks like it's in the condition I need it to be. He sent me pictures of it. So yeah, fingers crossed. So we're gonna fly to Nottingham now. Hopefully not only pick this up, but he said he's selling his whole collection and he's got some cool stuff. He said he's got too much stuff to photograph. He sent me a couple of photographs. He's got a lot of retro stuff, modern stuff. So hopefully there'll be a lot more stuff to look at than just this one game. I don't know if obviously he's going to let me film in his house. I don't know. I've not asked him anything like that. So we'll see when we get there. But obviously, whilst I'm in Nottingham as well, we're going to do a little bit more hunting. There'll be a local CX and a couple of other bits, hopefully, that we'll be able to do whilst we're in this part of the country. But right now, all I'm focused on is getting this grail game that I never thought I'd have in my collection. I'll catch up with you guys when we get there. Let's hope I don't get a message in between time. This is what happened to me before. I got there all excited, and you get that dreaded Facebook message tone pop on your phone, and you know before you even look at it what it's going to be. So hopefully that won't happen. Let's go. All right, I think I'm here. He hasn't cancelled yet. How are you, pal?
Wait, yeah, I know you from somewhere.
Me?
Yeah. Are you Retro Ghetto?
That's me.
Oh my god.
All right, package secured. What a really nice guy, really good guy. He watched the channel as well. I think he was a bit sort of startled to see me stood on his doorstep. But yeah, he had an amazing collection. Completely understandable. He didn't want his collection being filmed. But he had a really nice whole room full of games, and it was all for sale. So you can imagine I was like a kid in a candy shop, as well as the Grail, which I can't even believe is sat in my car looking at me. I picked up a couple of other nice games. I'll of course show you everything I got when we get back to the 3.0. But whilst I'm in this part of the country, there's a CX I want to go to. I've not been here for a long time, and I've usually had good success. I had probably one of my best CX finds ever at this CX. So we're going to fly to that CX store now. Okay, so all the retros in the boxes. It's not bad actually, I've got that already, but it's nice. Classics, what else we got? Oh, Fantasy Star. Feels like no manual. No manual. How much is that one, mate?
It is £42.
42?
Yeah.
Bit dear for me, mate, that.
It does have no manual.
Yeah. Thanks anyway, mate.
With manual though, it shoots up to 60.
Yeah.
One expensive manual.
Definitely. Nice one, mate. Appreciate that. Oh, a couple more nice finds, and I've got to say, this has turned into quite the game hunt. So before we head back and take a look at the Facebook Marketplace mega find, I thought I'd quickly share with you what I found at Bulwell CEX. So the first game I picked up was on the PlayStation 3, The Shoot. This one's like a 2010 Cohort Studios developed rail shooter. I think on this one you're like based in a Hollywood studio, so like a film set, and that enables them to be able to put you into various different fake world locations. It actually looks quite interesting. I don't have a PS Move gun, the camera or anything like that currently, so it's not one I'll be able to play anytime soon, but this was £1 at CEX, and as you can see, it is sealed. Now there's no way I'm leaving behind a sealed PS3 game, so yeah, I was always going to pick that one up. Let me know down below if you've ever played The Shoot. But moving on to my better purchase, this was actually in the window, and I only noticed this on the way out. Nice bit of retro, and that is Final Fantasy Anthology. So this one was originally released in America in 1999, and it was packed with Final Fantasy 5 and 6. But a few years later in 2002, we got a PAL version, but we got Final Fantasy 4 and 5. I can't keep up with the Final Fantasy timeline. I know that in PAL regions we were like one behind, I think, at one point. I don't know. I'm not the biggest of Final Fantasy fans, admittedly, but I do like the early pixel art. I've always been an admirer of some of that early pixel art, and I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy 4 and 5 was still in that real nice pixel art fashion that I love. And yeah, I love this sticker as well. This contains Final Fantasy 4 and 5 sticker. Really like that. And yeah, I'm trying to get all the Final Fantasy games. I think they're must-owns on the PlayStation 1. And this is, I think, the third or the fourth one that I now own on the PlayStation 1. So yeah, decent pickup. Very happy with that. And I think now we need to go back and take a look at what other games I got. Sakes. I've been scammed. I've never been scammed in my life. Right, so I've messaged him, try and get this sorted out, but I'm waiting for him to message me back. I did buy a couple of other games off him. It's one of them, innit? You know, like, you see it all the time, don't you? Think stuff, if it's too good to be true, you got to be stupid. The old saying, right? If it's too good to be true, it probably is. That could well be what's happened to me today. I grabbed a couple of other games from him. Like I say, for an amazing deal. Now I'm thinking, oh, was that just to sweeten me up? Do you know what I mean? Was that just like, oh yeah, we'll give him a great deal here so he's less suspecting or doesn't think anything negative about the big purchase that I've made? But I mean, obviously, while I'm waiting for him to get back to me, I might as well show you the other couple of games that I picked up. We're going to fly through them quickly because obviously my brain's thinking about other things right now. Right, okay, so the first one that I got was on the PlayStation 1, Grandia. So this Game Arts developed RPG got a PAL release in 1999, a very highly regarded game on the system, and an art style I love, an art style that I think's held up the test of time very well, like 2D animated sprites for the characters, but on 3D backgrounds. I've always thought that was a really nice effect. And whilst this is turn-based, and I'm not the biggest turn-based combat guy, I think this is what they call action turn-based, whereby there's sort of like sequences and it's a bit more involved, a little bit more immersive in my opinion than just sort of standard to-in and fro-in with turn-based combat. This is the Ubisoft exclusive cover. I'm not a big fan of this cover, I'd rather the standard art, but the beauty of PlayStation 1 games is the spine art is as it should be. So yeah, I think, again, perfect for the all killer, no filler. And then this next one that I picked up from him was just like a glaring omission from my collection. Like, I can't believe I didn't already have this in my PlayStation 1 collection, and that is Wipeout 3. This one's another 1999 release, and this one's developed by Psygnosis, I think Leeds actually, so not too far away in Yorkshire. And it's a follow-up to Wipeout 64, the first Wipeout game that wasn't on a Nintendo or a Sega console. Big fan of this racing series, I've always enjoyed these kind of games. And yeah, two games that I think are well worthy of being in the PlayStation 1 collection. But I don't know if they're even going to make it to the PlayStation 1 shelf. I don't know if these are going to be going back to the guy, either to his hand or through the window. I don't know. I need to go and check, see if he's messaged me, see where we're at with it. I'll get back to you guys in due course. So it's just dawned on me that you guys will have known, watching this whole video, that I was about to get scammed, and I'm actually just catching up with what you already knew because of the thumbnail and title of the video, whatever. So yeah, I have been chatting with the seller. I'll update you on that shortly, but it's time to obviously show you what I bought, and that is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Like I say, a game that not only did I never think I'd have in my collection, because it's like £600 now. I've got history with it. Once upon a time, I went to go and buy this from a CX when it was 160. I didn't because I wasn't happy with the disc. And then the game just went through the roof and I kind of felt like it was unfinished business and like I was never going to get it. And then today, or last night, seeing it on Marketplace, I think, what was it? I can't remember how much it was, 240. I got him down to, I think, was it 180? But, I mean, look at it. At first glance, would you know? Be honest. Would you know? It's got the official PlayStation sticker. Everything looks right. The way that they've lined that up, because that's not supposed to line up, it's very, very good. Now, you open it up, the disc, I believe, is legit. I don't think in any way, shape or form this is a copy disc. I think that's a legitimate Symphony of the Night disc. Now, shout out to James, he's got a legit copy of this. So as soon as I sort of like saw that what I thought was a bit odd, I video called him, he showed me his and we were able to verify it. So the whole box is slightly different. I think the actual box doesn't have these teeth here, it's just got a circle in the middle. And it was when I was outside in the natural light, coming over from my main house to the 3.0, which is when I started filming to tell you guys I think I've been scammed, that it was this bit here. I don't know, it was the PlayStation sign. See this line in here and the PlayStation sign? It didn't look quite as crispy as I thought it should, and I was carrying over these games that I'd picked up. So it was then, when I sort of put them side by side, that I thought, you know what, it doesn't look quite right. And that's when the alarm bell started ringing. So I got inside and started opening it up, and that's when it became glaringly obvious as soon as I did this. So I took the, give me 1 second, I took this off, and now straight away you can see immediately, look how glossy that paper is. Like, it shouldn't be like that. And it's also got this weird like yellowing texture to it. So the person's probably just used like photo grade paper or something. But again, from the front, you can't really tell. It's almost indistinguishable. Very, very good, but also worrying how good these imitation fakes are. But anyway, let me fill you in on where we're at with this. So, I've been chatting to the seller. Seller was initially very apologetic. Says he couldn't believe it. And he said to me, basically, bring it back, I'll give you a refund. I said, well, you know, obviously I'm pretty pissed off. And the last thing I want to be doing is another 1.5 hour round trip when I've already done that today for nothing. And he said, yeah, I completely understand. He said, look, I feel terrible, let me make it right. I'll just send you all the money back via PayPal, keep the game. At this point, I think the disc's legit. And so I don't know what to believe, but I know that it didn't sit right with me. I felt bad. I didn't want to just take all the money off the guy, because if he's telling the truth and the game is legit, the disc is legit, like, I don't want to do him over if he didn't know. So anyway, we agreed like a partial refund, which I was happy with. Not happy, but we'll settle for it. I'd rather have the real game, right? I thought I was going to be making a video, like, this whole video in my mind was going to be, I got one of my grails, a game that I've gone finished business with, can't believe it. I never thought I'd have this game in my collection type thing. As I was driving, I was thinking what I was going to do with my thumbnail and how I was going to present it to you guys. It's obviously not that. It's become something very different. Definitely not what I wanted it to be. I don't know. I can only take his word for it. This is what I think initially pissed me off. This is what hurt me, I think, at the time, because I came away from the guy's house. Well, you've seen the footage. I've not watched it back or anything, but you'll have seen it. I thought the guy was sound, right? Like, we were cool. We got on. He watched the channel. Everything was great. Like, I thought, such a lovely guy, he did me these deals. My initial thought when I saw it was scammed was like, he's done me over. Like, I just felt like I'd been mugged off. Not just with the game, but like on a personal level. My initial thought was, I believed him, I bought into him, I thought he was sound. I think I'm a good judge of character, but I'm wrong. He's done me over. Now, I don't know. I don't think I see it like that. I don't know. It's one of the things you never know 100%. All I know is, at some point you have to take people's word or take them at face value. He was very apologetic. He's refunded me. I'd like to think he didn't know. Maybe he was suspicious of it. I don't know, because he sold it me for a good price. And he was very quick to initiate the refund. He didn't ask to see pictures or anything. But equally, it wasn't a normal experience for him. He knows me. He's watched me on my channel. He probably doesn't, you know, I'm not just some guy he's got no knowledge of whatsoever. He knows I'm not going to scam him. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to lie and say, oh yeah, it's fake. Give me all your money. So again, I've got to give him the benefit of the doubt. You can all make your own minds up, right? I guess only he, if he's watching, knows for a fact. I like to think the guy was legit. He seemed like a sound guy. And ultimately, I've got my money back. But it's mad. Like, I never thought I'd get done like that. I never thought I'd get scammed. Obviously, I looked at it there. I looked at it. I'm not an idiot. I'm not just going to go and pick it up. I looked at it. And I never for once thought there was anything dodgy about it. And I'm always the first one, right, to think if you're looking at anything legit. If anyone ever asks me for advice, I get messages all the time on Instagram and on my Discord and stuff. Do you think this is real? And one of the red flags for me is if there's no manual or no like additional extras. That's not got a manual, and it still didn't twig, because I'm looking at it and it looks legit, and because the discs was fine. And I'm not a PS1 expert. Like, this ain't like a Super Nintendo cardboard where I know as soon as I pick it up, oh yeah, this is fake, it's whatever. I know straight away. I'm not as in tune with PlayStation 1. But God, it's a good fake. And it's got me thinking, like, just how good is it? Let's find out. So I've decided to test just how good this fake game is. I'm going to hit up a couple of local CEX stores and I'm going to see if they will accept it. I'm going to attempt to trade it in and just see what they say. Now, I'm obviously not going to trade it in. I'm not going to put a fake game back into the system or anything like that. I'm just going to see if they would take it should I decide that I wanted to. I don't know how I'm going to film it. I'm going to try and be covert, because obviously puts people into a different mind frame anyway. When you put a camera on them, they might look at things a bit differently. So I'm going to try and do it, as I say, probably with a camera in my pocket or hidden away, but hopefully be able to hear the audio. I'll film what I can. So the first stop I'm going to is Ilkeston CEX. So yeah, this should be fun. Let's see. Hi guys, got a couple of bits to trade. Let me know how much I could get for them, that'd be great. Symphony of the Night. Yeah. It's a better game than Resident Evil.
Whoa, that's not.
Started something now.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
It hasn't got a manual.
No manual, mate, no.
My birthday, I'm just getting one.
The cash or that?
Now, if you just tell me the price for both, mate, and then I can.
I want a second opinion on the disc. It was alright putting my disc in.
No, I'd rather you didn't.
Disc, can't buy it.
That's okay. If the disc was okay though,
Yeah.
if I clean it myself and the disc was fine, how much would you be able to give you for it?
So it's £67
Cash.
cash for that. Voucher is 67. It's 77.
How much is a voucher, sorry?
77.
77?
Yeah, cash is 67.
How come it's so low? I thought it was...
It goes up. It almost doubles with the manual.
Ah, right.
Yeah, the manual.
Okay. So if I go and get the disc cleaned,
Yeah, we'll have a look at it.
it's obviously with it being an expensive game,
That's
just
why.
don't want to run the thing, because sometimes when you run them, it just looks so obvious that it's been under a disc thing, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, all right, mate, nice one. I'll have a look around the shop anyway, mate, see
problem.
what I want, and then I can always potentially bring it back and trade it in for you guys. All right, so that was very interesting. I'm not sure how much of it you heard. Like I said, I tried to do it in my pocket. Now, ultimately, they didn't take the game, but not for the reasons you might think. He took it, looked at it, no issues. Gave it once over, fine. He mentioned that there was no manual. And then they were looking at the disc. So any issues they had was around the condition of the disc. The disc is fine. The disc is probably better than 50% of the discs you get at CX. But I completely understand it because it's an expensive game. And he got a second opinion on the disc quality. And he asked me if I was happy for them to run it through the machine. I said no, because I don't think it needs running through a machine, and I'm not really looking to sell it. But I did say, look, I'd rather run it through my own machine. It's an expensive game. If I bring it back in, the discs are fine. Can I bring it in? He said yes. So I'm paraphrasing a little bit there, but that's basically the gist of it. They would have took it. If we're going based on the fact that the cover's a reprint, they didn't notice. And I'm not surprised. I kind of knew that would be the outcome because I didn't notice. And I'm not saying I'm an expert when it comes to PlayStation 1, but I'm as hardcore a video game collector as they get, right? I didn't notice straight away. Well, I would expect a CX staff member to notice straight away. Like anything though, to prove the theory, I'm going to try to head to another CX at some point just to test it again and see if we get a similar or same outcome. But yeah, until then, I think we can confirm it's a damn good fake, and we've all got to be wary about it. All right, next CEX location. Now, this is my local, so I'm probably going to be able to film in here. They used to be filming. It'd look more weird if I wasn't filming. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens this time around. Hello, mate. Yes, mate. I've got a couple of games. Just want to get in a price. Probably trading. If you just tell me the cash out trading value.
Yeah.
Living the high life.
Symphony of the Night.
What's it been like with that?
Been pretty quiet today, mate, to be honest. Right, this one's quite a lot, mate. If we can buy it in box with manual, 316 just for this
Yeah,
one.
there's no manual. So just one more time. 1.8. What was it?
214 voucher.
214 voucher.
185 cash.
185 cash.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, man. I'll see what's on the shelves and then see if I want to let it go.
Yeah, no.
Thanks a lot, mate. Okay, there you go. 2 for 2. Really interesting. And I actually told him. I think I got a little bit of the audio footage from that. I'll show it later on in the video. I told him, and in his defense, when I initially showed it to him, I just did sort of say how much, and he looked it up and down, looked at the disc and everything, realised there's no manual, gave me the price at £240, which is considerably more than the other store, but that's a separate issue. In his defense, like I say, had I said yes, let's get it traded in, he may have done a more detailed study of it. You know, I'm not knocking him in any way, shape or form. It can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. That's what I keep saying, right? The point of this video and what I'm trying to make people aware is that fakes are so good now. I used to be confident I could see a fake. I used to see a fake and I'd know straight away. And again, been getting better and better over time, but I've still been at a point where I've always thought, I'll know. And I'm probably still at a point where I know, because I did eventually know, but I didn't know initially, right? That's how good they are now. So it's not bashing on any CX staff members. They're just that good. And this video really is just to make people aware that fakes are getting better. There will come a point where it will be almost indistinguishable. The patina, the age, I guess, is something which is always going to be noticeable, but the games that people have prided themselves on having, these mint games, sealed games, like new games, they're going to be indistinguishable soon from fakes. You know, printers and papers and all that good high quality stuff is getting more affordable, more readily available, and you can go to eBay and buy it, even if you haven't got one yourself. These are on eBay for 28 quid. And if you're getting £240 trade-in, do the maths. So yeah, I think this is definitely not the video I thought I'd be making, but I do think it's wound us into quite an interesting space. It's took me into an interesting avenue of fakes, just how good they are, and how as game collectors we all need to be vigilant, whether we work at CX or we're just collecting for our own means. Yeah, be careful out there. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack with this one. It's now the next day. I've had time to sort of like gather my thoughts on everything that's taken place, and to be honest, I still don't really know how to end this video. I think we've got more questions than answers, and I need you guys down below more than ever to let me know what you think about some of this stuff. So firstly, would you have been fooled? Would you have spotted this as a fake? And do you think the seller knew? That's the $1 million question, right? Do you think the seller knew it was fake or suspected it as being fake? Do you know why one CX store offered me £77 trade-in and another offered me £214 trade-in? That's a bizarre one. I still can't work that one out myself. And be honest, would you have taken it to CX? Would you have traded it in, got rid of it and cashed out, so to speak, on that? And lastly, for me right now, would you add this to your collection? Would you put a real disc with a fake inlay into your gaming shelves? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I've got it in me to do that. And if that's the case, then the hunt for a Castlevania Symphony of the Night goes on. And, you know, for that reason, definitely not the video that I thought I was going to be making, but maybe it happened for a reason, right? Maybe this was meant to be spread a bit of awareness, because I think one thing we can definitely all agree on is that fakes are getting better, and ourselves as collectors, CX staff members, whoever may be watching this, we've all got to be more vigilant, I think, going forwards. But if you've enjoyed this one, it's been a roller coaster. Let me know via the like button. If you enjoy this kind of content and you're not already subscribed, please consider doing so. But as always, play your games, keep it retro, stay vigilant. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. If you got a second, mate, that just full disclosure, the Symphony of the Night I bought in, it's fake.
Is it?
So I got done.
Oh, really?
Basically what happened was, I went to pick up this game, got scammed, and then I thought, so I decided to make a video about it. So I got scammed, and I thought, it's such a good fake. It took me a long time to realise myself, and everyone not mentioned it. No one's noticed.
Well,
And
stuff
it's
like
just
that.
so what I'm making a video to highlight how good fakes are now. Obviously, I didn't trade it in. You would have done a more detailed look. You didn't even look at the disc, etc. But I'm just trying to make a wider point with my video that fakes are getting so good that whether you're a lifetime collector like myself or you're a staff member, it's so easy now. They're so good.